Hey again, welcome back to the channel. My name is Drew, aka Booty Sweat, and today we're going to continue in our little Thieves' Den of characters for this week. And today we're going to look at Kabal, some custom variations to use in competitive play with Kabal. Again, if you are enjoying this series, make sure you check out the other videos in the series and like and subscribe. So anyway, let's get into the first variation that we have here with Kabal. Okay, for the first variation we're going to be looking at today, we have what is basically Kabal's the spins variation. In other words, we have the hook grab for combos, and we have the gas blast, which is used for kind of like a restand. It gets you some nice hit advantage and can get you some good pressure off of it as well. So we're running those two just like in his the spins variation, but in this one we're also running the Nomad dash cancel. So the important thing to remember with this is, you have the Nomad dash, it lets you travel full screen really quickly and get a combo off of it, but it is very, very punishable on block. You can, of course, cancel it with this ability. So it uses 1 bar of defensive meter, and it's just kind of good for, in the same way that Scorpion's teleport cancel is good. Now Scorpion's teleport cancel gets you right up in their face potentially, so you can use it for certain things, but this is good for Kabal because he has some pretty good zoning abilities with some of his abilities, with his little blade or buzzsaw I think it's called. But if you occasionally want to throw this into the mix, you can dash cancel. That can cause them to get ready for it via blocking or doing whatever, and then you can instead throw a projectile or advance in a different kind of way. So just it's a pretty good idea. It's a pretty neat little ability, and then of course with this variation you get all of the combos and stuff that you get normally with the spins variation. Alright, before we get into the second variation, as always, I'd like to ask if you're enjoying this content or it's helping you out, make sure you like and subscribe. That would really, really help me out. Go out and check out some of my other, or you can go and check out some of my other videos as well. See if there's any other characters that you're interested in playing. So anyway, let's get into variation number 2. Alright, so what we've basically done with this variation is we have removed dash cancel, and instead we have added a new projectile. So we have our air projectile, our normal high projectile, and now we have a grounded low projectile. And you can, of course, amplify this one and get an additional hit. But I like low projectiles in this game. I just think they're generally pretty good. And Kabal can be really annoying to fight because his zoning game is actually really good with all of these projectiles, and now you've got a low hitting one to add into the mix. So that's pretty good. We're sticking with Gas Blast as well, just for our restand ability in combos. We want to have that. And then the third option that we have is the Flash Parry. Now this one's kind of optional. I like this one because basically if they hit you while you're in this, they just get kind of parried, but it doesn't really do damage. It just makes them, it gives you plus 9 frames of hit advantage so that you can go into any kind of pressure that you want. Of course, Kabal has a very fast standing one. He has pretty good pokes, and so you can kind of get that pressure going from there. Really, this one's just kind of there for the option to have it. You can easily replace it with the hook grab to improve your combos more with this variation, and really the only thing you changed then was changing the Nomad dash cancel out for the low buzzsaw. But other than that, it's a pretty good option. So again, you get combos and stuff like that. You can get really good damage off of your crushing blow combos with all of these variations as well. So just kind of keep that stuff in mind. Like I said, I think you could really easily swap out this flash parry, this flash parry for that hook grab, but it's kind of up to you. Either one I think is strong, and it just kind of depends on your playstyle. Alright, for the third variation that we're going to be looking at, we have re-added the hook grab. So potentially if you do run hook grab on the other one, the last one, like I said, you could, then that would mean all 3 of these had hook grab. Hook grab's really good. I mean, it just gives you lots of combo potential, but we actually have a 2-slot move now. We have the air slight gas. So it's this little move. You can go short amount of distance, you can go a long amount of distance, or you can just not adjust it and go the normal amount of distance. But the interesting thing about this move is that it gets you like double overheads, which is not something that anyone else has. Devora has it with that one move, but that's a press, or that's just one special. This will get you a move, it'll get you a jump kick like that, only it'll get you an additional overhead, and if your opponent's not expecting it, you can really do some shenanigans with this. So generally jump attacks are plus on block. You see that one is +8 on block. So if your opponent tries to press buttons generally after you jump in, unless they like flawless block punish or something, then they're gonna have to eat whatever you do, whether it's a throw or you know, a combo or whatever. They can duck stuff like that too. But the interesting thing about doing this is if they try to duck it, they're gonna get hit by the second overhead. So you can jump, do this, and then have a second overhead just like that. That was 2 overheads in a row, you see? Because they're both technically jumping attacks. And the jump 2 is super plus on blocks. +10 on block once you do it at that kind of low, or +11 even. Once you do it at that really low angle, which you're going to be doing probably because you're using that, so you see you're +11 now. So then you can, of course, you know, go into down 1 and jail into whatever, down 3 and jail into whatever. You can try for a throw. They might duck it though, but if they try to, you know, block and then they think they're going to duck the throw because you're going to come in and, you know, do like this kind of move like a lot of people do. That was really slow. You don't want to do it that slow, but that's a really common move, is to do a jump in attack into a throw. So a lot of people will just duck after they block your jump in because they're going to crushing blow down to you when you try to throw. Well, throw in this and you got a second overhead that's going to hit them when they duck. And then of course that super plus on block and his jumping 2 combos into his 1-1-1. So if they do get hit by that second overhead, you've got a full combo. So they're gonna really have to watch out for that if they want to be safe. So I just really like this variation because it's really kind of a rush down sort of thing for Kabal. So, you know, you can even like change the trajectory of your jumps and, you know, kind of catch them off guard that way. That sort of thing. That's not the right combo, but you know what I mean. You know, you can get a jump in from way back here, and they might not expect that because normally you can't jump that far. But with this, you kind of can. You can get that overhead from all the way over there. You can, of course, like I said, get that jump into, if they block the jump 3, then you go into, you know, the gas, and then you have an additional overhead. So really cool kind of thing. Very tricky and very good for rush down, kind of mixing your opponents up and really applying the pressure just where they don't want you to. So anyway, that's a really good option for Kabal as well. I really like variation 1 and 3 out of these that we covered. So anyway, it'll all depend on your play style. The rolling buzzsaw is really good as well. So just kind of use what you would like to use. And that's going to be it for Kabal. Stay tuned and have a good one. Be blessed.